from the Wausau Curling Club. It is the Wisconsin State High School Curling Championships in day 2 as we start out in an early morning encounter. The DC Everest Evergreen girls taking on Pardeeville, and we pick up action in the 4th end with Pardeeville leading 4-1 after 3. With Gina Zamzo, I'm George Hirsch, and we're going to pick things up. I'm going to say one thing before we get started. We don't have to think that Gina has to be impartial because she's a member of the Everest team, the curling team. So what we're going to gain from Gina is a lot of insight for her team members and team situation. The winner of this one, they've both defeated their other 2 opponents in their bracket, Marshfield and Appleton East. The winner of this matchup here between Pardeeville and DC Everest moves on in the championship round later this morning. So Gina, let's set the stage here as we take a look at things. Looking at the scoreboard, as you can see, 4-1, Pardeeville in front. And let's pick up the action right now as we figure out our lines. First of all, for Pardeeville, their lead is Kayla Gunter. Their second is Ashton Osterhaus, familiar name in Pardeeville over the years in curling. McKenna Cook is third, and their skip is Dakota Crotty. You can see the Everest girls working hard on this one. Their lead is Kate Coonan. Anna Pelican is their second. Their vice skip or third, Allie Cotton, and Nicole Montag is their skip. And you can just see Nicole right now after that last attempt. Okay. So good morning, Keena. And let's pick things up as we go here. This is a crucial end for the Evergreens, as you can see them.
Yeah, definitely.
They did pick up one in the second end and on the last shot, or on the last throw. Right now, it's wide open. Everest has the hammer. So for them, that's a little bit of an advantage right now.
Yeah, right now, Pardeeville's sitting 1. And Everest has, I think, second count, I believe.
Okay, after the discussion now, Pardeeville in their blue jackets set things up. They have the names on the back, makes it easier for everyone to know what's happening here. Looking at our third for Pardeeville, McKenna Cook with the release. We'll get a good look at the circle in a moment here as it comes. The rock comes down right through the middle, a little bit heavy. It's going to be a takeout. So it's wide open.
Yeah. Looks like they're playing on the wings of the house, or the sides.
Now for Everest, Allie Cotton is their third. So this will be Allie with her second toss.
They're going to be doing a spicy race take. So they're going to be hitting their own to take out Pardeeville's rock. So then they could get, or they can have both count.
There's the raise, but it's a little heavy. But
That's
it works.
okay.
It works, didn't it? It had to be heavy, right, in order to take out the other one.
Perfect.
That was a nice shot.
Yes.
Very nice shot. Okay. Now we go to the skips. As we're in end number 4, there are 8 ends in a match here, and we're in round 3. There are 4 brackets, 4 teams each, girls and boys. So a total of 36 teams, 16 in each. And later today, it'll get down to the finals. And one of these 2 teams will be in the semifinals, at least. And every team in this tournament here at the country club, or the curling club, seems like a country club in some ways, it's so nice, is guaranteed 3 games because it's a round robin setup. Okay, here is Dakota with her first throw. Pardeeville, of course, history of curling in Wisconsin starts pretty much in Pardeeville and Poynette and Portage. And she takes 1 out.
Well, she's going for the take of the stone in the house, but ended up being a little narrow and hit the guard instead.
Yeah. Well, opportunity Everest now. They've got the hammer. And this is Nicole Montag discussing with her mate, Allie Cotton. Even a pickup 1 here and 4 would be a help for Everest. You want to stay within 1 or 2 if you can.
I think they're just going for a... They're either going for a draw into the house or a guard in front of their own stone.
Okay, they have the 2 options. Sometimes it depends upon how she feels about her skills and situation. What is she better at? The draw or, you know, a take? Looks a little bit light.
It is definitely a mild salsa.
Didn't quite make it. Well, they still have 1 in the 1 lie.
I think they have 2. Because they...
Is that a yellow one behind them? Okay. Thank you. It's hidden, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is it for Dakota Crotty, the skip for Pardeeville. As you said, there are 2 in the ring in the house for Everest. I would guess she'd try to just put a draw in the middle somewhere and work for it from there. But we'll see. She has plenty of weight.
And the take is there.
Okay, so what she did basically is replace with a takeout. So now Pardeeville has 1 lie because they have 1 in the house, and that's closer to the button. That's all that counts. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter where it is in the ring, just that it's closer. And for Everest, it's basically wide open to get 1. And so it's up to Nicole Montag here to
Take her out.
Yep, take her out would give them 2. So that's what she's going to try to do, I imagine.
She needs a good amount of spice in this speed.
There we go. We saw some strange things happen yesterday in those last throws in competition. Well, she's got the weight.
Looks like it's there.
It looks good. It's very good. Okay, so that's 2.
2 yellow.
2 yellow for Everest. So after 3 now, it's a 4-3 contest. Poynette's still up 1.
Everest is getting up there.
Yeah, but it's in as far as competition. 4-3 after 4 ends. Now, just to set up this state tournament a little more for you, the groups of 4, brackets of 4, both boys and girls, they play a round robin. So after 3 matches, if they're tied, then it's winner take all kind of a situation. In other words, if two of them end up 2-1, they've played each other. So the winner of that matchup is the one that moves on to the championship round. The rosters, most of them have the foursome or the rink, and the rink name is after the skip, named after the skip. And many of them have an alternate, but very rarely do you see in a tournament like this an alternate playing unless there's, you know, an injury. Sometimes there can be an illness, so that they have designated someone to be the alternate in case they need that person. The history of the girls' championships, the winner last year was Stevens Point, and they've already been eliminated from the championship. The winner in 2016 was Kettle Moraine, and they're not represented here this year. So you go back to area teams. Medford was the winner in 2012, and Wausau West won it in 2011. If you look through the roster here for the girls' championships, this would be for DC Everest their very first champion for the girls.
Wow.
Now, looking at the boys, Portage is the defending champion. Medford won, well, I should say, no, Poynette, I'm sorry. And Poynette was defeated yesterday like 8-0. So, you know, they're back to earth. It's interesting, Poynette won the championship of the state last year. They won the TG, which is a 64 team meet here, named after the West coach of many years, Dennis TG. And that's the longest running, largest Bonspiel in the nation, continuous. Kettle Moraine, they're not represented this year. They were the winner in 2016, and Pardeeville won in 2015. If you go back through the history of the championships, again, Wausau East, Wausau West, of course they were one high school up until 1970, and the championships go way back to 1959. And the first champion in 1959 in the very first state championship happened to be Wausau Senior High. And then Portage, Waupaca, Pardeeville. So those cities go back, as far as Wisconsin curling, a long time ago. And if you looked at these rosters here, you would see that a lot of them are, well, my grandpa, my dad, my mom was a curler, so I'm a curler. And they follow through and they get the training and they get the involvement, and we're back on the ice. There we go. This is the first shot now for the second. Anna Pelican.
Looks like they're going for a take. Not exactly. Of course,
Well,
that looks really heavy.
Yeah, it looks heavy in the.
But I think it's supposed to.
Well, if it's a take and it's successful, fine, but.
It's either a draw or a draw through.
Okay. A clear concentric circle. Nothing in the 4, 8, or 12 foot.
It's actually wise to do that, because if they drew anything in front of the house, and that'd give Pardeeville an opportunity to draw behind.
Yeah, and that's a good point. That's a very good point, because if it's going to be in the back, you know, all it's going to do is help the other team and have another option. This is Aston Osterhaus with her second, or her first, because now Pardeeville has the hammer. And they put one in. And it's wide open. So we go back to Anna Pelican.
Going for the take.
Yeah, decision made. Didn't take them long.
Yeah.
It looks like it has the speed. See about the accuracy.
I think it's there.
I think it is right there. Nice shot. So now we go back to Osterhaus. As I mentioned before, the name Osterhaus in Pardeeville, Portage area, Poinette area, that's a curling name. Just like years and years and years ago in Superior, Somerville. You know, they were in the Olympics, that team, the foursome. And I think 3 out of the 4 might have been college roommates or something, or teammates, not roommates, but teammates. Well, there's a takeout, and
it's clear house.
Yeah. So it's, we don't see this that often, but here we are. We've got like an empty nest. And we go back to Everest. Allie Cotton, their third. This is turning out, just watching this now, we've had some good shots. I think this is going to be one of those tight ones, Gina. I'm hoping. I like tight ones, but I like Everest to win now.
Yeah.
We got to be a little partial now, don't we? When you know all these kids, of course, from being a teammate.
I'm trying not to be biased. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, I get right. Yeah, I understand totally. Well, Allie puts one in there. Okay. All right. You guessed it. Another what? Yeah. They're just going to keep working at this. This is McKenna Cook now, their third. Well, there's 3 girls for Pardeeville are enjoying themselves as they give her some words of encouragement. We are in end 5. We picked it up in the beginning of the 4th. And actually, in the first end, Pardeeville scored 3. So we're off to a 3-zip right away, but now it's 4-3. And this is Cook's toss. Certainly hard enough. Depends upon the angle. Oh. Okay, not able to hold. So again, I haven't seen a blank sheet or circle, a draw, nobody scores. Maybe this is it. It's early though, isn't it?
Depends how Pardeeville throws this that last shot and like how it keeps going.
This is Allie Cotton again for Everest. Her second toss. I saw that, Gina. The Everest boys are playing right next to us on number 8. And I saw her peeking over there.
Well, no.
It's okay.
I was trying to see where the shot was going.
Yeah, right.
Because I have to look around the wall.
No, that's fine. I'm just teasing. I wouldn't blame you. They're right in front of us to the right. You know, we're on sheet 3, so on the monitor everything is sheet 3. But that doesn't mean other action's not going on. Every one of these is busy right now, except maybe a couple of the 8 sheets on this rink ice.
I think they're all occupied.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's the first round of a new day, and they all start basically at the same time. And there's quite a break between this one and then they get into the semifinals and the finals.
I'm going for the take.
Okay, then we're going to still have an open ice. sheet.
Wow.
Well, it's been draw, take, and they haven't been able to hold, you know, with the angle. So now we're down to Everest, Skip, Nicole Montag. And Pardeeville has a hammer, so those two girls will each have 2, and Montag goes first. There you can see the 8 ends, sheets, not ends, but sheets. And it's quite a facility. It has everything that you could possibly want in a curling club. That's why it's one of the best in North America. And for a lot of people in the community, in the area, it was a dream come true when this opened. Again, this is Montag. Well, they should be reaching the circle somewhere. And they've decided
It's a pretty good tee line. A little further.
Yeah. Talk about the tee lines. You can see the line. You have the line going top to bottom, and you have the line going through the middle or the button in the other direction. And they have lines all the way from the hack, all the way down past the hog line and the whole deal, which helps the curlers. I think where it would really help would be, to me, would be in practice, where you're practicing and you're working on location and speed and things as to pick up. And also, you know, every ice rink, curling ice is different. This is the second day now, so it's a little faster probably in the morning than it was. The stones are 42 pounds. And here's another takeout. And this one, they're going to do what they wanted to do, and that was to draw. So advantage right now, Pardeeville. Advantage Pardeeville. Because they have the hammer. So this will be Nicole Montag with her last throw. Okay. Gina, what does Nicole want to do now? Just,
Well, I mean, the best option would be to take, because you don't want to give them 2.
right. Okay.
And so if they make this shot, then they'd be sitting 1, but because Pardeeville has hammer, they would have the option, well, the only option would be to take theirs then.
Yeah.
And depending if they'll stick or roll out, it'd be either sitting 1, Pardeeville, or a blank.
Well, she's going to do what she wants to do here.
Ooh,
no.
she was wide.
No. No.
Oh my gosh.
Heavy and wide. And now Pardeeville has a chance for 2. Oh.
Ay.
That happens. That happens. Now, all Dakota karate, the skip for Pardeeville has to do is put in the circle somewhere, anywhere. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And then they would be back up to 6-3 if this happens, and chances of that happening are very good, obviously. It's basically a weight issue right now because
You don't want it to be too heavy or too light.
Right. And they're going to let it go, and it's going to end up in there. Yep. So there it is. End 5-2 for Pardeeville. And after 5 now, it is 6-3 Pardeeville over the Evergreen girls, with 6 end coming up and 3 more, and they're down 3. But they were down 3 after the first end, so they've bounced back. But I think 3 still, Gina, that's really a challenge, but it's makeable. They now are back to the hammer.
Everest can still make a comeback with that. I mean, 3's not a whole lot.
No, I've seen 5s. Yesterday I saw one team, it was so sad for the team, they had 4 stones in there. All they had to do is just throw it away. Last, hammer. And somehow, some way, it didn't happen and the other team got 1. And, so you never know. You never know. Okay, starting the 6th end now.
Pardeeville draws the house.
And that's Kayla Gunter. Puts it in the, I guess you could say in the 4-foot ring. Response by Kate Coonan.
I believe they're going for the take.
Well, she's online. She's online to do it.
It's a little narrow.
Yeah, it is. Oh, no.
But it's successful.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it took it all the way out, so.
Everest sits 1.
Yeah, they're there. They're there. That's more than they ended up with in the last end. Yeah, on that last end for Everest, it was just basically 1 throw that made the difference, and that happens. Back to Gunther. Well, by her expression.
Looks a little heavy.
Yeah. I think that's what she thought. Uh-oh.
Oh, wait.
Oh, no.
It was a little wide. That's what she was worried about.
Yeah. Now, is that on?
Yeah.
Just barely, but it is, isn't it? Yeah. Just touching. Okay, now back to Coonan. Kate is there first. She's going to do the same. I don't know if she wants to go that far back, though, because to keep it in would be, well, we'll see.
I think that's a good move on their part.
Yeah, she's going to do it.
That was a good spicy speed, I would say.
I think she's going to
It's
do it.
a little narrow, but it works.
Yeah, we're going to have number 6 like we had number 5 here.
Yeah.
Empty nest.
But it's better because we have hammer.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and they had, Pardeeville had the hammer last time. They took advantage of it. If you look at the game of curling and you look at, 8 ends, high school competition, 8 ends, and the lineups, and each, the 16 stones and all this, everything that goes into it, it really can be unpredictable. It really can be.
So
In a game of inches on so many of these tosses. All right, now Pardeeville's Aston Osterhaus decides to put it in the circle. A little higher than before.
Nicole going for the take. Sometimes, though, a lot of shots become plan B. Plan B is pretty good, though.
It's better than E and F, that's for sure. This is Anna Pelican, her first shot. Throw. Second.
A little narrow, but still.
I think she's
good.
Accomplishing it, yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is more of a simple end to discuss and look at, isn't it? It's counter action, or whatever you want to call it. Play, counterplay. Okay. Osterhaus. Her second shot.
Looks like he'll make it in. Just
Yeah,
barely.
I think so. That's what she needs. Okay.
Probably going to take that out as well, unless it's. Oh no, it's a draw behind.
Yeah, you can see the placement now. They're changing up a little bit. Now they can use something as a guard instead of a takeout. Okay. Keeping in mind that, again, the closest to the button in the middle is how you score.
I mean, it's good that they're changing it up because they're going to want to get some points.
This is Anna Pelican, her second throw. And they're comfortable with it, apparently.
Oh,
No,
it's a little narrow.
A little bit narrow. Let's see if they can get it out of there. They did.
It's out.
So it's basically a replacement. Now we go to the third already.
Okay.
This is moving right along. Everest in yellow, Pardeeville in red. Pardeeville with a 6-3 lead. We're in end 6. And right now we have McKenna Cook, who is the vice skip, or sometimes called mate, or third.
We actually don't call our thirds mate.
The pros do.
Oh, really?
Well, it's a Scottish thing.
Oh, okay.
It's a Scottish thing. It's a British thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's beyond the high school level. High school kids wouldn't really think that's cool. Well, there we go. We just clean it out. Yep. Well, that was close, but no, not on there. So we're still empty. Okay.
So they're going for a draw to the edge of the circle.
And Allie Cotton. A little light, maybe in. Yeah, I think it'll make it.
Yeah. That was a good
Yeah.
salsa, mild salsa weight.
Okay, so they're line one now. They being the Evergreens. McKenna Cook.
Man, does not feel like Saturday.
A busy ice. All the sheets involved in action right now, and we're on number 3, sheet number 3 out of 8. No hesitation to do the sweeping here, and of course they can't touch any stones that are there. And
Looks like red's going out.
okay.
The yellow's still in.
There's a yellow in there. The lone stone belongs to the Evergreens. And the skip.
Going for another draw to the edge, I believe.
Instructions to Ali from the skip, Nicole Montag.
Ooh.
This would give them an opportunity. Well,
Ooh, that was so close. Oh my gosh.
oh boy. Well, no, it's out.
But still touching.
Yeah. Yeah, it is touching. It's hard to tell. The angles are so different. If you're down on the ice, even the speed of the rocks or stones looks differently than it does on a camera. And a lot of it's just the angle. And I think too, when you're right there, you can see the spin, the action that the actual stone is taking, you know, the spin and the curl. Now we're down to
both skips.
Yep. So this is Dakota Crowdy. He's going to try and...
I think they're going for the take.
Yeah.
On the yellow on the right.
She's going to miss it, though.
Ooh.
Okay. Now, Nicole Montag. Now, Everest has a little bit of advantage here because they have one lying.
2.
Now they can protect or... Yep. Yeah, you look at that circular house right now, and they have... There you can see some of the other ice sheets in action, lined up. Well, important throw for Nicole.
I think she got it, or has it.
Well, they look confident as she follows along. A little bit of sweeping. Yeah. Looks good.
Weight looks a little heavy, but it's all there.
Yeah. Well, that puts Everest in, you know, they got, what, 3?
3 yellow.
And
That would tie up the score if they could keep the 3.
yeah, and Pardeeville's Dakota Crowdy, she's got to make a decision now. It looks like she wants to go for the double take, if she can.
I think they're just going for the single.
Okay. All right.
Well,
We'll see.
the double could be there.
I thought, looking at the instruction from her third,
Okay, I didn't see
indicated a double take, but I might be wrong. She's going to have make sure it's heavy enough. It's the key now. But it could backfire. It doesn't look like...
Oh, they got it. Ooh.
Oh.
They pushed the yellow one out. Both.
Yep. Now...
Pardeeville sitting 1 with Everest has second count.
Now, Everest has a chance for 2. All they have to do is take out.
Correct.
Okay. Nicole. See what you can do. She's ready. She's ready. She's done it before.
She has it.
This would make this an interesting contest. And she can do it.
I'll say that's a good
Yeah, they look like...
double spice chili
Yeah.
weight. They definitely got it.
Oh, it's lined up. It's lined up beautifully.
Yes.
Beautifully.
2 yellow.
2 yellow. shake hands. They did it. They're back in it. After 6 ends now in this match, it is Pardeeville 6, DC Everest 5. We have 2 ends to go, and now it's wide open. The hammer goes over to Pardeeville, but Gina, this is what Everest wanted. They're that particular end really solidified. We're in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to have an exciting finish. And we're all set to go. So in this end now, it's Everest leading out with their first, Kate Coonan. There you can see the bench full of all kinds of things behind.
You get warm playing.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially if you sweep a lot.
What's the ice temperature down there? About 45, something like that? Yeah, in that neighborhood.
Yeah, they had to make it colder for this weekend because of the warm temperatures.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which honestly, though, I have no problem because I like the warmth.
Yeah.
So
Well, not a bad first shot.
good bun shot, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, now it's Kayla Gunter's turn. As we go through this end now, end number 7, the thing to keep in mind, the hammer belongs to Pardeeville.
Mm-hmm. I'm going for the take.
Well, this is Gunther.
Oh, it looks a little wide. Ooh, that is wide.
That is just going to keep going. And keep going and keep going.
Yeah.
Okay, now this end is set up totally different than the last two after the first throws, actually. So, what are you going to do, Kate?
They are going to go for the guard.
I mean Gina, but you know.
Kate's going to throw a guard.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Looks light.
Yeah, it does, but it's got, you know, it's got to get close enough to have some effect.
And Allie got this though. They're good sweepers.
Uh-huh.
And it looks like it's all there.
Just a little bit more. Okay.
That's a pretty good guard.
Sure.
I mean, it's a little much more.
Okay. Back to Gunther. This is a good match. You've got the two teams that won their other in the round, other matches against Marshfield and Appleton West. The winner is in the championship round, so you know there's quite a bit at stake. Everest looking for their first ever girls state championship. This is Gunther.
I think they're going for like a take on yellow. Ooh. Ooh. I think they're going. Oh.
Not quite.
Ooh, it was close though.
Yeah.
Definitely had good weight.
Yeah. Okay. Now
You're going to want to guard up that end now.
now we move on to Anna Pelican, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, there she is. The Everest second. Okay, she put the spin on at the end that she wanted, so. Well, they're.
Weight looks good.
Yeah, they're comfortable with it.
Maybe a little heavy.
Just a bit heavy, just so that it doesn't, you know, yeah, okay. Okay.
But I mean,
Yeah.
it works still.
Yeah, it did. Okay. Anna did her job. Now it's back to Osterhaus. You look at the scoreboard behind there, it goes all the way up to 15. Folks, we play 8 ends in high school, okay? Now, you can go to overtime. I mean, you can go additional in a tournament. This is a tournament, so you have to have a winner of each match. Can't end up in a tie. This is heavy. What is it going to do?
Ooh, double.
Oh, nice hit.
Or a single.
Boy, nice hit. That changes things. Now, Pardeeville lies 1. And so Everest has to counter.
Going for the take. Anna throws good weight, though, so she has this. She needs to be like a German train because they're fast. She definitely has the weight.
Yeah, she does. You could see that coming off the wrist.
Oh, the hack?
Yeah. Yeah, she's got the weight, okay.
Ooh, looks.
It's going to be okay.
Yep,
it's going to
that
work.
was good.
Yeah, it's going to work. She had 2 nice throws. Nice throws. Now, Pardeeville the hammer, Ashton Osterhaus. Her second throw.
That's a good shot going for the take on ours.
Now you can see we're in N7, and it's a tight one. Pardeeville led after the first end 3-0, so Everest has countered, building confidence as they go. And this one is going to be, okay, it leaves Pardeeville with a stone in the house. Red on red.
I was like camouflaged.
Yeah, it's there.
And they're going for take and roll.
Now we go to a third, Allie Cotton. Gina, you don't have to worry now about the Everest boys. They're way up.
I know.
They're in N7, and what are they? Yeah, no. They're way up. They're winning. Talking about Everest boys, we're doing the girls here on 3, and the Everest boys are on sheet 8, right next to us, and Gina, of course, being an Everest team member, and the boys and girls in curling are on the same team, basically. Very interested in it.
Yeah, I was really happy to find out they were on sheet 8.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay. Back to the action on the ice on 3.
They got the take, but they didn't get the take and roll behind
Okay.
the guard. So now Pardeeville is going for a take on Everest yellow.
This is the Allie's.
This is Pardeeville.
Boy, oh boy, there's weight there.
Ooh, I curled a lot.
Yeah. Well, now we're more like we've been
House.
the last 2 ends. Clear house. Nobody home.
It's good, though, because that means
Yeah.
that they've been making all their shots.
Yeah. Well, the other thing for Everest, too, they don't have the hammer, but that what that does is means that, you know, even if Pardeeville gets it, maybe just 1, you know. So
Yeah.
it's not 3 or 4.
That's curling out, but it looks like it's going to make it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good draw behind.
Uh-huh.
It's a good shot.
Okay, that was nice. Well, your boys, I think they had the handshake, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you can relax. Now we can cheer for the girls.
Yeah.
Okay. Second shot, McKenna Cook for Pardeeville. Well, she came close to that line on that release that time.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good shot.
Nice shot. Give her credit for that one. Okay. Pardeeville, line 1. And Nicole Montag, the skip for Everest, her first throw coming up after the strategy session.
Probably gonna go for a take and roll. So then their shots better guarded.
Yeah, right now, if it holds true, Pardeeville may pick up 1. Hopefully not 2. And then they would go into the final end down a couple, which is makeable. And they'd have the hammer, they being Everest. This is Montag. Skip. Pelican and Coonan on the sweep. They want it to be heavy enough to do what they want it to do. Now they have the... Okay, they did it. And they've got a guard.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a nice shot. Nice shot.
Didn't roll enough though, but they still accomplished what they wanted
Yep. Okay.
to take.
Now it's skip for Pardeeville, Dakota Crody. Gets the instructions from McKenna Cook, her third teammate. This game of curling is as close to a family thing as there is. Family, friends, teammates, because it's, you know, once they finish competing, it becomes a social event. And they've got a beautiful place to go, tables, eating, fireplace in this facility. Very complete. Locker room, full locker room.
Yeah.
Well, okay. We're getting down to Nicole Montag now. Everest is line 1. This is going to go down to the last stone for sure. No doubt about it. Because right now, with Everest line 1 and Montag throwing.
I think the best shot would just be to get behind the guard. So that way they're sitting 2, which makes it a little harder for Pardeeville. Because then it's just, yeah, just harder.
Okay.
I don't know how to describe it anymore.
Yeah. Well, they've decided. They have made the decision. And the sweeps are ready, and they're talking to each other. And this is a big toss for Everest at a key point in this matchup. Because they don't have the hammer. They need to make it a challenge for Crotty's last shot.
Mm-hmm. Looks like they got it.
Yep. They'll have it.
Ooh,
Well,
it's good weight.
mm-hmm. Now, if you look at this and you look at the room and where they want it, you know, this could change from Everest line 2 to Pardeeville line 1, if she does what she wants to do, right?
Yeah.
But basically, she has to make this work. And that's what it's come down to. 1 or 2 for Everest, or 1 for Pardeeville.
Just got like really cold.
This is N7, last zone. And I think Everest is going to get 1.
Yep.
All
So
right.
that brings it up to a tie.
We're tied going to the last end. Tied at 6.
Oh my gosh.
All right. I'm sorry, Gina. I'm not going to let you go down and watch on ice 3. You're going to stay right with us right here to tell us about it. We know that you're partial, and that's okay. It's normal and should be. You're going to have to watch from over here at the table with me, and we'll keep talking about it. But I can see where you'd be a little bit nervous. These are your good friends, your teammates. It's end that will determine probably, or at least before we're done here, whether they move on to the championship round or not. So there's quite a bit at stake for your curling team. But there's your coach.
Yeah, Tom.
Talking to, he's been around for a while, huh? He's really, he does so much here at this curling club.
He's a good coach.
Yeah, he's quality, and he does so much for this curling club that you don't know about. I mean, you know, behind the scenes kind of thing. One of those very stable, dependable, you know. So he's talking to his foursome. Kate, Anna, Allie, and Nicole. And it's a friendly discussion.
They're doing their cheer.
There's their cheer.
Okay.
Keep this. We want to see this. Getting set.
It'd be like this.
There you go. They're checking to see if they got to get back out there or if they have time for.
No, they just don't like want to disturb anyone's thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. In other words, somebody else throwing.
DCE is in the house to raise the roof and screaming shut. DCE, 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 treat.
There you go. There you go. I see what you mean. They didn't want to disrupt somebody throwing from another ice.
Yeah.
Okay. Sheet. Yeah. Okay. So they were thoughtful even. Oh. Okay.
Oh, and that's a sign.
Okay, that tells you a little bit about the fun, creativity that goes along with curling, and that's an example for DC Everest maybe, but other schools have that same kind of a thing.
Yeah.
That camaraderie, companionship.
And the guys have their sign along with a tree named Connor.
Okay. Uh-huh.
The lucky tree.
Okay, here we go. And 8, tied at 6.
My gosh, this is so nerve-wracking.
This is Kate Coonan. Keep in mind, Pardeeville has a hammer, so this could go down to that. Kate Coonan with her first.
Even if Pardeeville does win, I mean, Everest still did a really good job.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, they made a good comeback.
They were down 3-0 after the first end, and they didn't come back and tie it until the 7th. So it, you know, consistently they played well. From the 2nd to the 7th end, there's only one where Pardeeville picked up a couple, and that was in the 5th. But that hammer, you know that that's going to play a role somewhere. Kayla Gunter, first throw. For Pardeeville. Pardeeville with the red stones. Both teams coming in 2-0 in their round robin of bracket of 4 teams. They're 2-0, so the winner moves on to the championship round. And Gunter puts one in the house. So they're lying one after one throw. Now the rink is getting quiet. There aren't that many teams left playing. 3 out of the 8. This is one of them we're watching right now, and they're in their 8th end.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I think it's a little wide. Oh no.
Yeah, it's not gonna. No.
Ooh, that was close.
Nope. Okay.
It's good weight though.
Okay. Coonan with her second throw. Finished. Now Gunter with her second. Okay. This setting up very differently early than some of the other ends.
I think they're going for a take and draw behind.
Anna Pelican. They're second.
Looks like they got. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh, a little wide.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Inches or less. Okay. Well, it goes back to the first for Aston Osterhaus. Dakota Crotty showing her what she would like her to do in terms of strategy. Even though it's early in this end, it's still critical. You know, a lot can happen. Well, this is taking a while, as they realize the importance, I guess. There is no time limit, really, for this to take place. Typically, one end is like 15 minutes, you know. But now, they're still setting it up. Looks to me, though, Gina, like they're staying with their original strategy that you mentioned.
Getting the just.
Okay, here's the release.
I think they're taking out the yellow.
Yeah, that's, well, yes. Yes. Okay. So now we go back to Anna.
I'm going for a take and draw behind.
Yep. Yep. Nicole setting strategy. And there's Anna Pelican. What'd they do? Switch places?
Yeah. So I mean, like, there's certain sides people like for sweeping.
Sure. Well, there's the release. Oh, Anna's involved in this one, encouraging them. This looks like it's going to help them a little bit.
I mean, they got the take, so that's good.
Yeah, and they have the lie now.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that was a good one. Anna. Now we go to the second throw for Ashton Osterhaus.
Looks like they're going for a take again on ours.
Yeah, they're going right at it.
Looks like
Right at it. Okay.
Ooh, the double takes there though.
Yep. Yep.
Good to clear the house.
Okay, now we're going to Allie Cotton. See what she can do. It's there in front of her.
She needs to throw like a. Ooh, I don't even know which way. Like almost a ghost pepper speed. Which is like really, really, really spicy.
Maybe they didn't put enough on it. Well, she'll reach them, but I don't know if it's going to have enough zip. Wait.
Well, they got one.
They got one.
Oop, nope.
Okay, okay. That didn't have quite enough weight, but it did accomplish part of what they wanted to do.
She had a good line.
Uh-huh. Okay. Down to McKenna Cook. On the roster, a third. Again, we're tied at 6. This is end 8. Somebody scores more than the other or scores period, they win. If neither team scores, they move on to 9. Overtime. Extra ends.
Ooh. Take.
She's got the weight.
Ooh. Looks like it's a little wide though.
Yep.
But it's gonna hit it.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. How about that?
Gosh.
How about that?
They need to guard that stone.
No problem with strategy right now, is there? Everest is line 1 after that. And this is the second shot for Allie Cotton. And her job right now is pretty obvious. Pretty obvious. Well, again, she wants it as a guard.
Ooh, that looks heavy though.
It might be a draw though. So I think it's going to be okay. Would help if it got a little bit further.
It's good.
Yep. Yep. Turned out okay. All right. Second throw from McKenna Cook for Pardeeville. Again, they have the hammer. Well, we're watching the setup here for this one as we get to the
I think they're going for the double take.
14th shot of this end. This is McKenna Cook. She goes through her routine. As most athletes do, they have a routine to focus. She's going for a take. There's going to be enough weight on this to do something.
Ooh.
Oh, let's swear on. Oh.
Ooh.
Okay, well, Everest with a lie one yet as we go to the skips. So it's going right down to the last 4 stones.
I'm going to guard that one as well.
Yeah. Okay. Nicole Nontag knows what she has to do for Everest. A score by either team is a winner in this 8th end. And the winner moves on to the championship brackets. Undefeated, 3-0. And this has been an even match after that first 3-zip score for Pardeeville. Everest has come back strong and
Yeah.
indicated, you know, they've definitely shown they belong right here. This is not.
It looks a little heavy. Ooh, that is heavy.
Okay, yeah. Well, didn't hurt him though. That
Wow.
much. Didn't hurt him at all.
Nope.
Did not. Okay. Now Dakota Crotty. She's going to do the take on the back behind the guard, looks like. Now we're talking about the skips now involved, so.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking their time for good reason. There you can see part of the crowd and the bleachers behind number 3, sheet 3 of 8. There you can see the postings of the teams and the color next, you know, so that the folks in the bleachers behind and standing can see, and you know, they walk over and say, okay, where are they playing and which ice sheet and what colors.
Yeah.
Nice job of management of this tournament here. State High School Curling Championships. And I think this is the 3rd year they've been here since maybe that it's open. I'm not sure, but it certainly is a great place to have a championship competition.
Mm-hmm.
Dakota Crotty. Her first throw. She's going to go for
Looks like
that
she got
in
it.
one, and she's got it. Okay. So, really, it really comes down to,
How they take this one out.
yeah, Nicole Montag has to take it out. She has no,
roll behind.
yeah, she has no choice in the matter. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. And then if she does that, then we have to watch the last stone from Pardeeville. She's done it. Setting herself on the hack. Comfortable. Okay. she does what she wants to do, we move on to the last stone. If not,
Ooh.
it's a little light.
Ooh. Ooh. That's curling a lot.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's light.
Yeah, that's light.
That's it, practically.
That's it. That's it. It was a little light. Well, Gina, your girls, your friends, your teammates did well. They stayed with it. They came back. But I know how you feel.
It's okay. They did really good.
Well, you know, they got within one stone, really, 1 point of going in the championship round. You know? Well, I don't know why you'd even do that, but they did. I mean, they got.
Oh my gosh, that could have totally gone out.
Well, that's what I mean. Well, why would you even? But they did, and they won.
Pardeeville's good though.
Yeah, yeah.
It was good competition.
So, Pardeeville 7, DC Everest 6. Pardeeville moves on to championship rounds. For Everest, they finished 2-1 in the tournament. And for Gina Zamzo, Ginny did a nice job. You became yourself more and more as we sat next to each other and enjoyed each other's company. And I certainly do appreciate it. I really do. For Gina, I'm George Hirsch. Hope you enjoyed our state championship curling competition. In this one, it was Pardeeville winning out in the 8th end, the last couple stones, by a score of 7-6. Until the next time we get together, take care.